All right, here we are at Golden Treasure, the Great Green. Welcome to the arcade. I am Mr. Pebbles. Last time we played, we were a baby dragon, and we were born and learned of the No-Tails who killed our creator, and we met our other creator who gave us a couple of months, technically, to basically grow stronger and find a territory that was outside of his or hers. I mean, they kind of implied it was him, a he. Um, and now we are basically starting the teenage part of our life, and we'll go ahead and get going here. There are no measures within the great sleep. You have become unacquainted with time. After a beyond long absence, your mind begins to drip back into your body, a drop per moon, per sun, per turning. You cannot be sure. Eventually, you can feel your flanks moving with each slow breath, your limbs, your scales, your feathers. When you at last feel your eyes again, you open them to the darkness briefly. You see nothing, but it is still a minor victory. Suns later, you guess, you are able to drag your claws against the packed wall of dirt sealing you in. You are so weak that you fear you may die here. At last, however, you see signs of light. You are desperately thirsty and so hungry that you cannot even feel your core, but you have survived your first great sleep. You widen the gap and squeeze your body out through it, surprised at the difficulty. And there we are, look at us. The reason soon becomes clear. You have shed the short limbs and coppery armor of infancy for more colorful coverings and a larger, sleeker frame. It is almost like having a brand new body. You have left your old life in Heartbone Valley behind completely. The Great Four have put their mark upon you as well. Your armor and feathers have taken on the colors of the elements which you have favored. Already you are unique, different from all other Drac. Oh, so if you go the other routes, then you become different colors. So because we kind of went sneaky, hardy, we took on earth and air elements. The sight of your current self fills you with pride. Quite a long time must have passed, but you have endured. The warming earth below your paws, the air flowing over the hilltop, and even the water which you now drink all taste of adventure. The world has grown larger. This land, the Spirit Wood, is greater than Heartbone Valley. As you explore and claim its treasures, you will be tested in new ways. With each success and failure, you will learn and grow and be able to take on greater challenges. Prey here is more diverse and also more dangerous. Tiny creatures can no longer sustain you. Tree tails and long ears are too small to fuel this new body. You must seek larger prey. In time, you will also have to deal with other Draken. Challengers may attempt to take your lands from you at any time, and the nearby territories have masters of their own. You are still too young to challenge them for their lands, should you desire them, but not too young to learn their ways and truths. Setward from your lair, you can barely make out the great tree where rests the spirit of the Great Green. It has accepted your presence, but if you wish to deepen your relationship with it, you must find your way to its home. The No-Tails have no presence in the first forest. Your time here is limited only by your own growth and your ability to protect against those kin who would take it from you. Your infancy is over, and your adolescence has begun. Explore, grow strong, and find treasure. It is only by learning that you will gather the power necessary to become great. All right. So this... Interesting. Here's all our treasures. Hmm. Yeah, I'd much rather... Yeah. So, gonna kind of do the same. Spend some time unlocking the areas around here. See what we can see. This is the approach to the high moor known as the Skyward Reach. Trees and thickets are rare here, replaced by brown heather, steep slopes, and heavy stones. A tribe of hardy and tasty surefoot's rest here, but hints of sulfur on the breeze suggest that you are nearing another kin's domain. Tread softly. Okay, so you have much more time than when you're a baby. I am gonna need to hunt. Need that moderately sized feather beast with a predatory scent. We're gonna go after that one. Wind has spoken to your nose and ears, bringing tidings of a night skyclaw in the area, so an owl. Seems completely oblivious to your presence. Okay. Oh, it's getting tougher. We're gonna try to silently draw nearer. Oh. Okay, we're gonna strike. Dang it. We're gonna try this death bite tail beast. What is it? Oh, it's a snake. I mean, it's easier to catch than the other stuff. I should have gone after the sheep. Is what I should have done. Oh, if you can consume it raw, that would be bad. You got a special option here to roast it with your breath and then consume it. We're gonna do that. Yeah, burning. Bathe the now quiet Deathbite's body in your flame for a short time, burning away the toxic venom. The meal is now safe and surprisingly satisfying. Oh, that actually filled us up a good amount. If we do another hunt of that one, I think we'll do good. We'll be able to explore more. Go ahead and strike. Yes. Okay, roast it. Yum, yum, yum. Alright, let's see what's here. The shallow river's several tendrils give this region its name, the Four Tails. It is a healthy and diverse area with deep woodlands between bright hills which are beginning to brown as they approach the riseward moor. Surely there is something interesting to find here. Oh, that's the same sigil that those aliens were. It looks like those aliens came back. Water is enamored of this area and gathers in countless pools and marshes. Trees melt into tall grasses and cotton-tailed plants. This area is dangerously close to the huge marsh known as the Empire of Reeds, an area claimed by a sapphire kin as its home. You may hunt water beasts here or request an audience with the Reed Lord, but perhaps other things may be found in the wet and warmward green. Bro, you've got aliens infesting your swamp. Enter Shrek joke here. This sacred cathedral of trees, some of which are said to be as old as the Great Green itself, is known to all as the home of the Spirit of the Green. Its name is revered even by the Drac, and is the basis for the name of your entire territory. Only a fool would enter this area, the sacred glen, with anything but utmost respect and trepidation. So that's the center of my territory, basically. Oh, an event. Returning from an outing, you stop short of entering your lair. There is a potent smell wafting from the cave, gray green and odious. Cautiously, you step inside, and looking up, you realize that the ceiling is moving, little waves rippling across the surface. The cave is full of featherless flying fur beasts, shriekers, thousands of them. They sing impossibly high songs to each other in a mesh of sound which tickles your mind. Despite their having been here for only a short time, their leavings cover the floor. Watching you, they seem to be waiting for your next move. Use your flame to incinerate the polluting interlopers. Shriekers are not bad to eat. Make a meal of it. Attempt to decipher their strange singing. Well, since we are being kind this playthrough, we're going to attempt to decipher their strange singing. You listen to their song. You cannot hear it clearly with your ears, for they songs. Sorry, a little bit of a typo though. Their songs are too high pitched, but you hear them in your mind. What has eyes but needs them not? What has legs but does not walk? What has wings but not one feather nor scale? We are the question, and we are the answer. Sweet are we, like the nectar our prey drinks from night blooming flowers. For our old to our young flows wisdom, so the colony, our true self, changes, yet ever remains the same. New songs are sung, new riddle forged, yet all know the glory of flight in the darkling sky. Wisdom we have if you know how to ask. Treasure we have if you know how to take. Songs we have if you have ears to hear. Songs we share if you know how to sing. This is our way, the good way of the Shriekers. Watching you, they seem to be waiting for your next move. Um, I'm going to offer to share the cave. You approach them slowly and address the oldest and wisest of them. Shriekers, I hear your song. I seek not your treasure, nor do I seek to harm. This lair is large, there is enough space for us to share. I shall sleep here in the dark time, and you in the light. The shadow of my greatness shall shield your bodies, and you will guard my treasure when I am far away. Yeah, I like that. Let us join together in harmony. Grandfather Shrieker replies, Wise you are, as with many turnings, may you grow in wisdom and strength to rival the greatest of the great ones. Gladly we share this home with you, consume tiny beings to guard your night's sleep. When is a cave not yours or mine, when it is ours? The Shrieker's leavings are a nuisance, forcing you to clean your treasures more often, but you find them acceptable company on the whole. Time will tell whether this alliance was worthwhile. Ooh, they have become part of my treasure. Shriekers. This is a colony of shriekers, a type of fur beast which has mastered the power of flight, forbidden to all other creatures with fur. Amazing. Oh, there's humans. The shallow river becomes two here, and so the local good beasts often call this area the Split. This coldward edge of the Great Green is pleasant and fertile for the most part, but is also the part of your domain closest to the Tailless lands, though they are still quite far away. You may seek your fortunes here with little fear. There's the aliens again. Ancient trees shroud the ground in shadows here in the deep wood. Though outrageously fertile, most larger beasts do not tarry long here for fear of bizarre forces at work. Where there is strangeness, there is danger, but also often treasure. Will you dare to discover what is hidden here? Ooh. Danger. It's probably time to hunt, and I am going to invade this guy's territory. Familiar scent of great horned surefoot. Your keen senses have revealed the presence of a great horned surefoot here. It seems completely oblivious to your presence. Its body and yours are nowhere near each other. The wind is neutral and will not affect this hunt. Right, we're green to go. We're still green to go. Yes. Alright, just don't mess up. Yeah! No dance of death. We got him. You strike true, destroying your prey in an instant. Excellent. You take its head weapons as a memento. Does that mean it is treasure? It is! Oh, you get treasure for hunting some beasts. Excellent. Now this is going to fill me up. And I get treasure. All right, we'll get one more for this sun, and that should really give us some time. Yeah. All right, we're full up. Oh, look at that. Delightful. Good, 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 good. Making some good progress. The zone has been clearly scent marked as the territory of the clan singers, predatory fur beasts who fill the green with their hymns. They have a reputation for courage and honor despite the fact that they hunt in groups, which some see as cheating. Oh, those cheaters! Their primary prey are the stocky tusk snort people, whom you may also hunt here in the Packlands. I can't believe it. How dare they? How freaking dare they? Gosh, there's still. Well, I guess there's not that many left to uncover. Oh, another dragon. The river's edge area is the name often given to the land near the warm-moored bank of the shallow river, the largest body of fresh water in the Great Green. The meadows here are home to the great grazers, which are excellent to eat but very strong. You also smell the proximity of another kin. Perhaps a visit to its territory on the Coldward Bank may be in order. So I think after I explore, I'll visit all the dragons and see what they have to say. No, I want to visit this wolf. I want to see what the wolves are doing. I'm just thinking. Because some stuff I don't kind of like how close some things are. You know what? I'm gonna investigate this wolf area. While exploring your lands, you come across a young warrior of the clan singer people. It is alone, and unlike most of its kind, when it senses you, it does not sing to gather its clan. Its body language is cautious, yet respectful. It seems to be leaving its homelands, though you have heard that the clan singers value their lands and family above all. What will you do? Well, attack, communicate, or pass by. We're going to communicate with it. You wordlessly hail the good beast with a plain, unhidden approach. It stops, waiting for you to draw near. There is only a tiny hint of fear in its scent. I am seeks through the boughs. What business has one of the ancient kin with a lone clan singer? What will you do? Ask after the clan singer people. What are their ways and truths? Ask the clan singer why is it leaving the land of its people. Ask the clan singer whether it has knowledge of any treasure. Ask the clan singer why its people sings to the moon. Attack it now that it has lowered its guard. Dismiss it from your presence. I want to ask about its ways and truths because Darktooth recommended that that's what I should be doing. The clan singers are proud children of the earth and sun. We have knowledge of a great truth. Many can become one. We join together to hunt greater prey, as all know. Even the great grazers are not safe from us when we see with many eyes, hear with many ears, and strike with many fangs. When we succeed, we celebrate with crystal pure song, and sleep drunk with warm flesh. But the truth of the many and one goes beyond this. We form bonds with each other in which a new essence is created, the spirit of the clan. Each clan has a different spirit, bound by love and defined by the wisdom of its members. From birth, we are taught not only to survive, but to love our clan, to love our prey, to love rich earth and clear night and the scent of our creators. Our people are found all over the Great Mother's body, and our song echoes from every green. More proof that we are beloved of earth can never be given. What will you do? Asks the clan singer why it is leaving the lands of its people. I am loved by my wise birth creator and bold giver creator, and safe in the embrace of my clan. This land is rich and good. Few indeed would leave such wealth. However, it is the way of the clan singers that only the worthy may do the dance of creation. Only the mightiest birther and the mightiest giver may join together to make the future. In this way, we pass down strength to those who come after us. The noble desire to create has arisen within me, and as I am related to the rest of the clan, I must seek out a stranger whose heart I will hunt, and who will hunt mine, and we shall become one, forging a new clan, and bringing the song of my people to new lands. Most are content to live and die in their birth clan, but to bravely enter the unknown is the price one must pay if one wishes to pass on their essence. I will create, or I will perish. So have I sworn, and sundered the bonds of my birth clan. I am cold and alone now, but I have chosen this path, and will walk it with sure paws and clear eyes. Let me ask why it sings to the moon next. We do not sing to the moon. That is false truth. We sing upwards so that the sound goes out along the air paths, traveling far before it falls back to blessed earth and other ears, and we sing on the bright moon-drenched nights, for that is when it is easiest to hunt, and the land is at its most beautiful. Our praise, though, is not to the moon, but to our honorable prey who has given its life so that we may live, and to our clan and to earth, great mother of us all. Okay, now I'm going to ask if it knows of any treasure. Indeed, I know of many treasures. My creators, Splits the Night and Fragrant Spirit, are treasures to me. My clanmates, each of them, I treasure in my heart and will never forget. The Hilden where I was born is a treasure. The prey I have consumed were all treasures, and this land is a treasure. I hold them all within me, and they can never be lost or taken. It is sung that the kin seek strange treasures, things which cannot show love and which can be stolen away yet are somehow valuable. If you seek such things, great kin, I know of none. Yeah, I kind of knew he was going to say that. So basically, if you just go around attacking things, you never learn about any of these things. I'm going to dismiss it. May you learn, live, and love. Live, love, laugh, great kin. If love your people, you can know. Gee, okay, fine. It continues on its way with the easy loping gait of a long-distance traveler. You never see nor smell it again. I figure maybe I'll do some of the later ones. Just start doing some story ones right now. Check out some of the dragons. Let's see what this boy is about. You have heard of this place in the songs of the local good beasts. Here, where the land rises, is a territory called the Skyward Reach. You are standing at the boundary mark left by its kin ruler, a sign invisible to the eye but all too clear to the nose and tongue. Tradition demands that you either turn aside and leave or announce your presence. What will you do? Announce your presence and seek a meeting with the kin whose domain this is. Enter the territory unannounced, turn aside and return later. We will be respectful, and we will announce our presence. Your song of annunciation, yeah, that is what it is, echoes about the low hills, but even after many, many breaths, no response arrives. Tradition dictates that if an announcement goes without response, the announcer is given leave to enter the territory without dishonor. Do so? Yeah. Cautiously, you enter the Reach. In short order, you come across the scent trail of a wounded Surefoot. With the possibilities of further exploration and an easy meal thus unified, you follow the trail until... Oh! Yeah, what? Incredibly, the ground itself has betrayed you. You had barely crossed the boundary when the soil and grass gave way, dumping you into an earthen pit. The sides are too smooth to climb, and digging out seems your only option. Even if you had working wings, there would not be enough room here to spread them and take flight. You little shit. You have barely begun to dig when the face of a ruby kin appears at the top of the pit. I honorably announced myself, sir. I am the claimer of hidden riches, the finder of new pathways. I am the one who learns from the spinning weaver, the one who waits for the gain, who turns the land to my service. I am the maker of hostile lairs for unwilling guests. I announced myself. Its song is soft and smug, rife with the knowledge that it is looking down on you from a higher place. In your mind, a name arises, Vantage, a good name for this one who seeks to find a position of superiority from which to deal with others. Your prospects would be grim if Vantage sought your destruction. It settles down at the edge of the pit in a relaxed position, though, and yawns widely. This serves as both a display of benign disinterest in fighting and a warning. Those teeth look rather sharp, and the breath of the Ruby kin, a clan to which Vantage obviously belongs, is known to be the fiercest and most deadly of all the Drac. What will you do? Attack? Introduce yourself. Ask why it has trapped you. Ask for a mutual acceptance of each other's territory. Ask to be allowed to leave. Challenge Vantage for a prize of treasure. I will introduce myself. You begin to inform Vantage of your identity and place of origin, but are interrupted. I know of you, the youngling from the Spirit Wood. Your claim went unchallenged because few would dare to lay their treasure down so near the Green One. It claims life and death alike. It cannot be controlled, perilously sacred and sacredly perilous. Ignorant, desperate, or foolish, I can hardly decide which to name you. Ask why it has trapped me. I wish to learn of your way. You are one who follows tradition. Your seeking formal parley made that clear. I left your greeting song without reply. Are you one who treats emptiness as something to be explored, or something to be shunned? The former, it seems. Now I am still learning of you. With every action, every breath, you give yourself more away. Okay, Joker. Ask for mutual acceptance of each other's territory. I'm gonna continue following tradition, buddy. To claim the land near the very spirit of the Great Green is either foolishly dangerous or dangerously foolish. Okay, wordplay, buddy. I have no intention of invading such a space. Vantage falls silent, but your request seems to have been obliquely approved. Vantage will not trouble your lands for the near future. What will you do? I'm not challenging this dude. He's gonna just be... I don't want to give away my bats. I'm just going to ask to be allowed to leave. Vantage yawns again. Very well. It seems there is nothing amusing to be gained here. Do not return, unless with a more interesting intention. It turns away, and shortly after, part of the pit collapses, creating an egress. An accident, or did Vantage somehow cause it? Soon you are safely back in your own territory. It seems as though the skyward reach is off limits for now. Perhaps one day when you are stronger you could challenge Vantage for it. It will undoubtedly be an interesting gambit. What a jerk. What a friggin' jerk. I know there's the other dragon down there. Oh, I just really like the wolves. You know, I like wolves a lot. A sleepless night sends you wandering through your domain. In the still dark, a song of victory draws you to the top of a hill. Clan singers. You can barely see their bodies in the early dawn. Moon is gone and sun has not yet been born, but you smell and hear them with great clarity, and their spirits burn bright. Their giver chief raises its these are the ones that their giver chief raises its essence stained muzzle and sings a grinding song of warning from deep in its throat. Hear me, scion of the ancient ones. We are the claws of the spirit clan, many talons united in one paw. By strength and wisdom and the generosity of this plains runner, we share a victory feast well earned. Disturb us not, for we are many and one, and you are but one. What will you do? Ask if they are not afraid of a mighty drac. Ask if they are not ashamed of their cowardice, using many to hunt just one. Warn them that aiding each other will breed weakness. Only self sufficiency will ensure that their people will grow stronger with time. Challenge them for a share of the kill. Leave them in peace. So I do want to ask them if they're not afraid of a mighty drac. I do want to ask them that. I'm not going to ask them the other stuff because it sounds ignorant and bad from what I know. But I am a mighty drac, so indeed, we are afraid. We know you hold red destruction in your mouth, lightly like an adult holds a cub in its jaws. We know that your claws are sharp, your fangs like unbreaking stone. That is why you should fear us. Though afraid, we choose to stand with honor. We see clearly and know our own hearts. We are many and one, while you are only one. If you doubt, let us dance the final dance. Okay, I'm going to leave them in peace now. As you turn to leave, the Burther chieftain raises its head. Do you leave us to our feast out of fear or out of honor? Clan singers are rumored to be able to smell truth. Honor, you would be ashamed to take their kill for yourself. Fear, you do not wish to test your strength against them. Disinterest, you are simply not hungry. Definitely honor, and I am green to go for that one. So you take pride in your lone way, as we take pride in our way with one and many. It is good. Let time judge with fairness which way is stronger. They return to their feast beneath the sun-pregnant sky. I don't remember. I played this game before, but I don't remember a whole lot about it. But I do think I remember there was something with the wolves. Like they could join you if you followed their way. So I want to do that real quick. Yeah, I think this was the last thing you needed to do. Yes, you have found the lair of the clan singers deep in the heart of the Packlands. Most of the clan is out hunting this day, but they have posted a sentry. Its posture and energy leave absolutely no room for doubt. It is guarding some kind of treasure. Sneaking past it will be impossible, as it is directly blocking the lair. How will you proceed? If only you could blend in with your surroundings. Okay, I gotta get stronger. Spend this on elsewhere. Dang it. Okay, there is something with the wolves. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and meet this other dragon. Get out of my swamp! The Empire of Reeds. In the mind song of the good beasts of the Great Green, that is the name given to this place. Grass can dominate the land for the sun's journey warmwards from here. Hard stone becomes rare, replaced by a soft reality of water, sweet muck, and life in tremendous variety and volume. Stately spearbills wade between tiny islands, water-bound creatures swarm in the shallows, hard-shelled claw snaps ply the mud, and larger creatures of many kinds visit to graze, drink, bathe, and hunt. Of course, this lush territory would not be without a drac to claim it. You stand now at the boundary, scent marked by the kin whose home this is. What will you do? We are going to announce our presence as tradition demands. The other option is to enter the foreign territory unannounced, but we will not do that. You sing a song of annunciation. The mighty rush of air from your voice startles nearby feather beasts, sending them skyward. Soon afterwards, ooh, let's take a good look at her. Him, her, them, I'm sorry. It's automatically assumed that all dragons are them, unless otherwise specified. Soon afterwards, a kin appeared, one of the Sapphire clan, who have power wherever water rules. It is capable of flight, judging by the size of its wings, but still young for an adult, perhaps only 100 turnings old. Its mind song is fluid and graceful, starting with small shapes and then expanding images and emotions outward in all directions. I am the slow, hidden current which builds to a crushing wave. I am the patient breeze which rises to a tempest. I am the Reed Lord. How will you address Tempest, the Reed Lord? Introduce yourself and say that you have come to acknowledge Tempest's territory, asking in return that it acknowledge yours. Say that you have come to trade with Tempest. Ask about the Sapphire clan. Ask if Tempest knows Darktooth. They are both blue. Challenge Tempest for control of the Empire of the Reeds. Challenge Tempest for a prize of treasure. Leave the Empire of the Reeds and return to your own territory. So first, we're going to introduce ourselves. Tempest listens to your introduction patiently, and after briefly considering, answers, "So shall it be. I have little interest in the coldward dry skin, and furthermore, that land is overblessed. The spirit of the great green lives close by. To claim it as territory, as you have done, is perilous and presumptuous. Here, where water and life are plentiful, is the home of my choosing. Remain far from my empire, and I shall mirror your inaction." Ask about the Sapphire clan first. While your Emerald clan became enamored of the Great Green, my clan made a pact with the Great Blue. We gave ourselves over to water, its rhythm and its music. Our bodies flow freely through it, and we can hold air within ourselves longer than any other clan, allowing us to dance in the dark depths which sun has never seen. Fire holds little sway in the water realm. We bartered away our flaming breath for a new kind of fire, the sparkling lances which spread, shock, stun, and kill. Still, we have far more in common than otherwise. We are kin, as you are, true children of above and below, greatest of the beasts, save for sun and earth themselves. We seek treasure and prey and dominion. We are true kin. Ask if Tempest knows Darktooth. Darktooth is an elder of my clan who lives riseward from here, in a mostly barren land infested with the tailless. Once it was overlord of many tides, but it abandoned the cool waters for a dry wasteland. It is one of the 7 great elders, the Paragons. I cannot claim to understand its purposes. Its wisdom is far famed, and its songs carry the weight of mountains, though some of its recent actions seem strange. Trade? A mere child such as you and unlikely to have anything of interest to the Lord of the Empire of Reeds. Perhaps when you have grown greater there will be more to sing of. Oh, okay. Go back to my own territory. As you return to your lair, you cannot help but wonder whether you will one day reign over such a fecund land and delicious territory. Delicious territory! The thought inspires you to grow stronger so that you will be capable of seizing it from another and also worthy of keeping it. Now have the self-control to resist pain and suffer only half the usual penalties for injuries. Nice. All right, let's see. So we've got this guy here. Let's take a look. You find yourself walking along the high edge of the spirit wood, where earth's flesh wrinkles and folds into slopes and ravines. Here you come across a curious place where the land seems to have recently come loose, sliding downhill like water. You move over the soft, fresh ground, feeling the damp soil through your paws. Suddenly you are surprised by a muffled yet desperate song. A stone nearby shifts slightly. Giving it a wide berth, you circle around, smelling and tasting the air, and you discover that the stone is blocking a small alcove, inside which a creature is trapped, a surefoot birther, and carrying young by the smell of it. It sings a bleating, plaintive song of succor, calling on others of its kind to come to its aid. You taste essence on the air. It is lightly injured, probably in the landslide, and has been trapped here for at least a sun. You scent no others of its kind anywhere near. With your strong talons and flexible body, it may be possible to move the stone. A trapped, young, heavy creature would prove a lavish and fulfilling meal for a young, hungry kin. Having smelled you near, the surefoot is now silent and afraid. It knows that its flesh is savory and nourishing. What will you do? Dig into the den and then consume the massive meal with gratitude. Dig the surefoot out, but do not consume it. Allow it to return to its people. Do nothing and leave the creature to its fate. You know what? We're going to be good. We're going to be a nice. We're going to dig the surefoot out, and we are not going to consume it. We're going to let it return to its people. With your powerful claws, you easily rip the unsettled soil from the base of the dirt prison. You claw and heave, leaving a mound of earth behind you. Finally, you are able to reach the bottom of the boulder. Settling all four paws to the earth, you ply your body to its base, shoving hard against the stone. The surefoot cowers, unsure of what to do as you labor for its sake. You put all of your inner fire into one final heave, and the boulder capitulates at last, settling into a new position. The opening it makes is only a head length or so, but that is enough for the surefoot to squeeze through. You back away and settle to the ground in an unthreatening position, head up and looking slightly away, lying on your side. The surefoot emerges, cautious and blinking into the light. It is hobbling slightly, but the wound is not deep, and will heal before the next moon. When it sees your peaceful demeanor, it bows its head and sings a song of thanksgiving. Though I understand not your purpose, this son I have my people been given a gift, a birther saved by one of the ancient kin. I did not warrant a mighty Drac using its great strength for my simple life. When I return to my clan, a new story will be told, and the Drac kin shall grow in fame and in mystery both. It departs, and you are free again to wander the valley slopes. Time will tell whether your decision to pass up an easy meal was wise. Your actions are earning you a reputation of... I went by way too fast. It earned me a reputation of something. And that's what I like. I mean, every decision in these types of games earns you something. Alright, let's see what this is. Oh. On this new sun, the great green takes you to an ancient tree, large in stature and rife with feather beasts and fur beasts. As you approach, a tree tail sings to you for aid with a frantic song. Oh my gosh, this text. This freaking text. They mar, they break, they maim, scarring the skin of our sacred home, feasting upon the tiny children of the green, the feather beasts, the bark borers, the defilers. We struggle to defend our sacred tree from the ruinous invaders, but the fire of destruction lives within you, great kin. Aid us now, destroy the bark borers, we will pay in shiny stones. Before you have time to decide, a bark borer sings out as well, its song full of garnet frustration. They starve us, drive us from our prey, zealots, raving madness and righteousness, the fur beasts, the tree tails, the fanatics. We struggle to survive in the midst of their fervor, but the gift of destruction is yours to bestow, O kin. Aid us now, destroy the tree tails, we will repay you with knowledge, for we are unbound and have gathered small secrets to ourselves. What is your will? Sing a song of aid to the tree tails, sing a song of aid to the bark borers, threaten to destroy the great tree itself with your flaming breath, refuse to involve yourself in this petty dispute. Whoa. Well, we can go with the cut the baby in half option. Let's go with the cut the baby in half option. Just, just yeah, you guys stop fighting, or I'm going to destroy this tree. You inhale deeply, shaping the fire within. As the pure flame licks the edges of your maw, you cast out your song. Hear me now, lesser beast. This kin has no time for petty quarrels. If this flame matures, the great tree falls, and your audacious interruptions with it. Losing the tree is in the interest of neither party, and their frustration with each other is quelled by their fear. As you listen, their songs become more harmonious, unified in apologizing for disturbing you with their foolish interests, and begging you not to destroy their livelihood, promising to share the tree with each other if only you will show mercy. Oh man, it worked! I can't believe it. Remind these beasts why they should not trifle akin with trivial matters, destroy the tree, accept their apology, and spare the tree. We are sparing the tree. They have learned their lesson. As you allow the fire seed to move slowly back down your long neck and into your gullet, the beastlings reach a quick consensus. The tree tails will use their gentler paws to collect food for the bark borers. This way the tree may stay healthy and the bark borers fed. Having brought peace through the shadow of destruction, you continue on your way with dignity and pride. You have gained no treasure, but your wise resolution of the dispute will not go unnoticed by others. Air, water, and I improved my reputation among the kin. Okay. Disguise my body as part of the surroundings. So now I'm gonna check that wolf option again. I'm gonna see if I'm stealthy enough to get past that sentry. Yes, I can now ambush it stealthily. But now that I'm seeing that option, I don't want to do that. I want to challenge it honorably. After you step out of hiding and announce your challenge, the sentry replies, I am Garch the treasure, the one left behind. I am old but strong, forged in many battles. My body and essence are unified and standing between our most prized possession and any who would take it. Though I fear you, I shall remain like a stone unmoved and ever ready, and honor your challenge. Let the dance of destruction begin! Oh man, that was easy. I should have just done that from the beginning, but I didn't realize that option was to ambush him dishonorably. Um the guardian is defeated and attempts to escape. Will you allow it to leave? Yes or no, fight it to the death. I'm going to allow it to leave. I don't want to kill him. I'm being as nice as possible in this playthrough to everybody that I meet. Oh. Oh no. Puppies. I need, you know what? I need to make some eyeballs that are big, giant, uwu. I already kind of have it made. But, oh. Oh, look at them. The guardian is defeated and attempts to escape. We allowed to leave? Yes. Entering the lair, you are dismayed to find no shiny things or rare objects. Instead, you see several hatchlings of the clan singer people. They are redolent with fear, but one of them bravely stands and approaches you. I am Shining Eye, lastborn of the future of the claws of the Spirit Clan. Have you come to destroy us, great Drac? The aroma of their delicious, tender, milk-fed flesh calls to you. Altogether, they would be a very fine meal indeed, and they are defenseless, their small fangs and claws not even capable of piercing your armor. How will you answer the hatchling's question? Oh, look at the babies. Oh. Yes, consume them. Perhaps not converse with them. I am not eating the puppies. Shut up. Shut up. No. You explain to the younglings that you came here in search of treasure, not food. Shining Eye replies, "We are the greatest treasure of the claws of the Spirit Clan. We are the immortality of our people. From our birther creator's body we draw sacred milk, and from our giver creator's mouth we receive warm flesh. We flow for them like a river, bringing their songs into the future. There can be no greater treasure, or so they sing. What will you do? Let them live and leave this place. Take one of them alive back to your lair. Consume them after all." I'm as kind of cute that would no, that's going to piss them off. Let them live and leave this place. Silently you withdraw from the lair of the clan singers and hasten into the green, leaving before the clan arrives. When they do, they are relieved and joyous to find their precious treasure still alive and whole. You can hear them raise a song of thanksgiving for their good fortune, the song echoing and twisting joyfully among the trees. Our future lives, love's labor is not lost. Guys, I got chills. I knew there was something special with the. Oh, yeah. I knew there was something special with the wolves. It is a hunting moon. I think it's if you don't do any of the stuff with the wolves, they come and challenge you and you gotta fight them. It is a hunting moon, and as you bathe in the moonlight outside of your lair and look over your domain, a many voiced song rises up from the depths of the great green. The clan singers are singing a song of summoning. We call upon the long-necked lord, the firebringer, remnant of beforetime. If you know honor, come to us. The Spirit Claw clan summons you. You find all of the warriors of the clan waiting. Look at the. Hang on. It forms a wolf face. It's so good. And the sound design. You find all of the warriors of the clan waiting for you on a hill at the edge of their territory, facing your lair. As you approach, their giver chief and their birther chief rise. The giver chief speaks first. "I am Splits the Night, who rends the darkness with a clear voice, creator of many and first into danger. This night it is given to me to sing of our grievances with you. But you have not transgressed, no, not once. Never have you earned our condemnation. Never have you shown weakness nor dishonor." Yeah, see? "My song of blame has no fangs." Their birther chief then comes to the fore. "I am fragrant spirit, whose essence is pleasing to the green one, creator of many and source of life. This night it is given to me to sing on your behalf, to count your virtues. You have dealt fairly with our seedling. The bold dispersed you allowed to pass, and carry our essence to places unknown. Our song and future are strengthened. Great and wonderful is your mystery, for you have spared our future. Our cubs are safe in their den, though you had the power and the moment to destroy them. Though we understand it not, we give thanks for your mercy, for the shadow of love we find in you. We perceive that you are not an enemy, but we understand not your ancient mind. Our confusion disturbs us. Why have you shown love and honor to a people not your own? Say that it had nothing to do with them, you are merely following your own nature. Say that you have come to love their people, their clan, more than other good beasts." Yeah, it's a special option now because you did everything correct with them. You were kind and you came to understand them. You asked all the questions. This sends the clan singers into confusion. Can love, so holy to them, extend between beasts of different kinds? After some discussion, they ask what you wish of them. Say that you wish nothing of them, and offer your blessing. Say that you wish to become their chief. Your land shall become theirs, and your wisdom and protection shall be upon them always. Again, a special option. Because you learned how they become chief. I think you have to fight the chief now. You speak of your deep understanding of their way, how your very essence resonates with their music. You sing of their honor and bravery, their wild strength and beautiful song. But most of all, you speak of the love which binds them together, and how that same love has now crossed new boundaries and bound your essence to theirs. You were meant to find them and become their chief, to make from yourself a pathway for them to achieve new heights of goodness and power. Into your song you weave the knowledge you have gained of their people, and they are awestruck. It is as though your sigils are imprinted not only on their minds, but onto their very souls. In the end, their giver chief and birther chief step forward. Nothing else need be sung. They have acknowledged your challenge for the leadership of their people, and now you must prove your strength according to their tradition. Yeah. The dance of destruction begins. You cannot retreat from this fight. Stand with pride and fight with honor. Ah, dang it. Yes. I think it's like 2 in a row. Oh, no. The chief surrenders, baring its throat and belly to you. Having defeated a standing chief in open combat, the clan acknowledges you as worthy to lead them. If you are mighty enough, you can challenge the other to a fight if you wish. Defeating both their giver chief and birther chief at once would surely be a tale retold through many generations. We're doing it! Let's go! Yes! Wolf pack, wolf pack, wolf pack, wolf pack. As you accept the honorable surrender of the other chief, the clan dances and sings around you. It is the will of the green. Praise our all-powerful great chief. My actions have improved my reputation among the kin. Ah, look at us go! Over the next few suns, the Spirit Claw clan migrates to its new home, your lair. Yes, my new treasure is puppies! Puppies! These are warriors of the green, good beasts which have been blessed by the spirit of the green to be its talons. Accordingly, they are called the Ghost Claw or Claws of the Spirit Clan. They now recognize you as their great chief, and their keen senses are yours to command. When the hunting moon rises over the great green, a new song may be heard. The clan singer's chorus now features a new voice, yours. Good beasts far and wide comment on the spectacle. Some even journey to your lands to hear this wonderful dissonance, harmonious in its diversity. Now from your own lair, clan singer voices ring out. We are the people of the far-telling song, who sing with one voice, which is many voices. To be alone is weakness, to be together is strength. Praise be to the great green, shard of the mother's being, pouring out sweetness in the crystal pure waters, and the ruby sweet essence of our honorable prey. Praise be to our prey, whose flesh becomes ours, givers of life, dance partners eternal. We remember with song your great sacrifice. Praise be to those who came before, our ancestors, who learned to bridge love and violence, across being one and being many, and not be split in twain. And for the first time a new verse is added. Praise be to our great chief, many-colored kin to the ancient ones, who bridges what was and what shall be, who burns a new path for us with strength and honor and fire. Praise be to the earth, great mother of us all, for we love her and are one in her. Hear now our song of joy. We live, we live, we live. Actions have improved my reputation among the kin. Oh, look, you can see them. Yeah! My pups. Hang on, I totally forgot to check. Is my bats? Yes, my bats. Awesome. No, I'm not going to evict the Shriekers. Excellent. Beautiful. What is this? That looks like a problem. Hang on. After spending most of a sun following various scent trails through the rich, warm air, none of which led to food or treasure, but the weather is so pleasant that it is difficult to carry, you settle down for a brief nap. In nearby hollows, thick shrubs make fine bedding, and soon your thoughts are unraveling, trailing off into the dreaming. Whoa! Whoa! What? To your horror, however, you are confronted with a terrible vision. Fire! Most violent and unpredictable of the great four is sleeping here beside you. Somehow you know that when it awakens, it will consume everything in its path without judgment or exception. When did this pop up? Fire always goes where it wills, but this great fire, which has not yet been born, is a tragedy of massive scale. Even your own lair and trove may suffer. Oh, you see the overgrown plants feeding it, making it stronger. Countless trees are lost, infant feather beasts are roasted in their own nests, and underground dens become tombs for those who cannot flee in time. Those who do escape will be far from your territory, and finding your food will become nearly impossible. Starving, you pick through the bones of the quiet, and a green turned gray. A question arises in your mind, though you fear you already know the answer. Can nothing be done to prevent this? Oh! Just as you are about to submit to the fire and be purified into silence with the other good beasts, a savior appears. You see there's only one essence, but you know that there are many in body. The wood striders, the crowned, the beloved of the green. Against the looming catastrophe, it stands alone, yet unafraid and full of a living power. As it charges the fire being, the world washes away, leaving you back in your own body. What you saw was not physically real, but it was a reality nonetheless. Was this a true dream, whispered to you by a greater being? Earth, perhaps, or sun? Did the wolves give me a power to see the future? Or was it only fear and desire dancing in your mind? In short, a common illusion. Hold on. You resolve to ignore the dream and never let it come to your mind again. Hold on to the dream and seek out its meaning. Hold on to the dream and seek out its meaning. It was given to me. Even if there is a possibility that this may be a hunt without prey, if indeed this was a true dream, then you are being called upon to take action. You are too young to know much of dreams, but an elder among the kin may know more. Darktooth. Do the wolves know? Because that didn't pop up until I got the wolves. Where's Darktooth? Okay, I gotta unlock stuff now. I gotta find Darktooth. Warmer streams feed two larger bodies of water into this area which borders the Heartwood. Their waters are pure and clean. Perhaps treasure or prey may be found in the twin lakes. Yeah, I know my food's getting kind of low. I can push it a little bit. I gotta find... Where did I come in? Oh. Hey, buddy. It is morning, the dew-chilled breeze and sun's slow glory gradually awaken you. You rise, stretch your body, and sluggishly emerge from your lair. As you exit, the scent of a small fur beast crosses your snout. It is strange for such a creature to be so close to a kin's home. What you doing, bud? Soon all becomes clear. A squeaking song of annunciation draws your attention to a small bear tail in the undergrowth. When you open your mind to it, it sings a song of great complexity for one of its small kind. It must have been long prepared. Great kin, here stands I, small yet winning. For bear-tail tribe sing I to you. Taken we have from the kin's empty lair, when not there, when not waking. You fucking what bait? This kin's shiny things, now hidden away it is, gone from all near places, lost to all but bear tails. For shiny safe return, our enemies you must kill, the deadly legless invaders of villages, the tail beasts. By their fangs, 3 pairs, we will be satisfied. That was the Drax will. Be the Drax again. Quickly, you duck back into your lair and find that through your artifacts remain safe. Many of your small shiny things are now gone. When you return to the bear tail, it looks you in the eye, unafraid, waiting your response to his ultimatum. What will you reply? Agree to hunt Deathbite Tail Beast to regain your treasure. Refuse to accept the loss as permanent. Threaten the bear tail. Consume the bear tail. I gotta eat anyway, but man. Alright. We're going to agree to hunt the Deathbite Tail Beast to regain my treasure. The temptation to destroy this messenger of those who have taken from you is mighty, and the fire seed is rising in your throat. With difficulty, you swallow back down and reply, you risk much, your life, many lives for my treasure, such zeal from one so small. I will entertain your wish, though if you dare take from me again, you will find destruction. Satisfied, the bear tail vanishes into the undergrowth. Each tail beast should have 2 fangs, and 6 are needed. The sooner you slay 3 of them, the sooner you shall have your treasures back. You slam your tail into a nearby tree. The noise and pain help express your frustration at having been forced to follow the will of the lesser beings. What are my bats and my wolves doing? Guess I'm hunting. Sorry I'm quiet. Just, hunting. I'm wondering how much time I have. I hope I have enough time to find Darktooth. I should be able to find him. He's the only elder that I know that is willing to be decent to me because he is daddy, or I'm pretty sure he's daddy because mommy was the one who was taking care of the eggs, Eggy. And he was the only one who was being decent to me. I mean, he's the only one I've seen, but ah, dang it. I got a little too eager there. I mean, I needed to hunt. This helped me get full up. It's not too bad. It's just a slight delay. It's cute. Rats are fine. They're adorable. I love rats. It's adorable when they boggle. Thank you. As you return to your lair, you place the final fang in the entrance, fulfilling the demand of the bear tails. When you awaken in the morning, the treasure they stole has been returned to you. You are ashamed at having to do their bidding, but the sight of a glimmering pile of shiny things helps ease your pain. Do better! Do better! Bats! Shriekers, do better. I gotta see what that other dragon too, but I gotta solve this fire problem. This area has an odd topography. Curiously regular hills dot the lightly wooded vales, giving its name, the Barrows. Hillbacks roam the misty land and are said to be one of the finest meals a kin can partake of, but even a full-grown kin would not attack one that is that ugh, would not attack one of that doughty tribe unprepared. Wait. Oh, I'm an idiot. That's Darktooth because it's blue. Trek back to the edge of Darktooth's territory takes most of a sun, but once you announce yourself, you are not kept waiting long. Scarcely have the echoes of your song faded when the dark-winged elder appears in the sky, gliding down to settle before you. A young kin has survived its first great sleep. No longer a hatchling, though still earthbound, formed and yet malleable, like clay. The spirit wood, heart of the great green, shall try, temper, teach, test, but there are other lessons which may not be easily learned from nature. Perhaps the young kin is prepared to begin the great lesson, or does one come for another purpose? So there's a lot here. I know that Great One, what is the great lesson? From what I remember, and I remember this more vividly than I do a lot of the game because it was a underwater maze. I had to look up a walkthrough to get through it. There's a lot of math questions. I hate math questions. I know I am a robot, but I don't do math well. I'm not made for math. I'm made to entertain children. And I don't even do that very well. I'm not good for children. Um, so I'm not going that route. And as you can see, you have to pay him for shiny things. Um, Asking him about the various creatures helps you fill out your compendium. But you can just do that by examining them, and I've already done that, honestly. You can ask him about interesting objects. I'm going to ask him about the dream that I had. Your dream is true. It has happened many times. Many fires have been extinguished before their birth by the wood striders, who tend the green, and others have flared to ruinous life for lack of them. With a tender and delicate destruction, they root out the too manys and too muches, green beyond green. Where excess leaf and wood builds, it calls to the spirit of fire, but they eat the excess, taking it into themselves. In their humble, quiet way, they are the ultimate protectors, moving from green to green, and patiently, carefully tending with tooth and tongue. Through eons of service, they have become beloved of the spirit of the great green. You remember the pure and delicious scent of the wood striders of Heartbone Valley, but very, very rarely have you sensed it in the deep spirit wood heart of the great green where you now live. If that is so, Darktooth sings before you even voice this observation. How does it do that? Then it can only be because their way is barred. The woodstriders are shamans, all. Their stone feet guide them along sacred paths, lines in the very essence of Earth herself, which cross her body and carry her essence. Ancient kin can feel these lines and even learn to drink Earth essence from them, but such ways are beyond your tender turnings. The woodstriders follow the lines. If they are not many in the great green, then the line they follow must be marred, stained. Seek out the stain and wash it away, for you are the fang of the great green, guardian of the sacred land. Learn this: the heart of wisdom is to reject ease, comfortable ignorance, and desire, and instead to cast your gaze to the distance and see the wider world. Act so that your lands will be green and home to many good beasts for you to feast upon, to learn from, for thousands of turnings. Turn your snout to the wind, seek a place warmward from the sacred glen, and setward from the empire of reeds. Let your essence guide you, and you shall find the pollution which bars the woodstriders and dooms your land. Okay, warmward from the sacred glen, and setward from the empire of reeds. And at the last, remember that the Woodstriders are great indeed. Only when you recognize them as the bearers of the true crown will they take their place within the green. Such would be one's advice to a young kin. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and leave. So setward from the reeds. That's down. That's here. This is the Great Green. This here. False crown. This looks like a skull. This is a deer skull. That's a false crown. Oh, shit. What the fuck is that? I wasn't playing a horror game. I was done with the horror game. The ruins of life torn open and hollowed. The Woodstriders, beloved children of the green, flayed, tortured, disemboweled while still living. Oh no. I didn't see that part. Destruction must have been a blessing when it finally came. What would do this? You will never forget the smell of this place and the thing which has built this lair monument to pain and fear. It is one body and yet more than one essence. Oh God, a furry did this. The sense and spirit traces of the tailless and something like a great slide claw are both strong here, but all of them are in agony and yet refuse to leave, bound like a bleeding wound upon what is. You have never witnessed it before, and were not even sure it existed, but there is only one sigil which describes what you have found here. Evil. This thing should not exist. You can feel Great Earth's terror and deep outrage at its presence. It batters your soul, and you realize that you are trembling. You want to flee far away, and never return to this place. Will you? Yes, flee far away. Stay and face this monstrosity. Oh man, this is a special option. Oh, the sound design. In what may be I'm getting chills. In what may be the bravest moment of your life thus far, you stand your ground. You attempt to send out a greeting, but it gets caught inside of you. Still, oh shit, what was that? Still, the nameless thing hears you, or perhaps smells you, and slowly... Oh my God. And slowly turns to face you. Welcome to the home of rebirth, honored Draken. We are the last who will be first, the remnant which makes all things new. We apologize, but we cannot give up any of the bodies of our beautiful shining prey. They are needed. Still, if it amuses you, we shall sing with you. We are starving for conversation. What will you do? You do not want to do this. You do not want to be here. It hurts. Ask the thing what it is. We are the essence of the Blade Fang people, fraternings beyond memory, our great and proud people hunted and roamed in the land beyond the great blue. We were warriors without peer, who bathed in the essence of our prey and our enemies. Destruction was our favorite amusement. We painted the land with the inner colors of many good beasts. Our fangs were like trees, piercing even the hides of the great long noses, whose heavy feet sundered the earth's flesh with every step. We feared none. It is said that the first of our people was so mighty it competed only with the Draken. It even slew a kin who dared to challenge it, though the kin was strong, and tore the first muzzle off before it was silenced. Now toothless, the first ripped out two of the Drak's mighty claws and shoved them into its bleeding face, where they took root and became great fangs for which we were known. What will you do? Oh, its song is like claws slowly pulling you apart. Ask what it wants here. We are in the process of rebirth. The great beasts we hunted grew few as the land shed its icy skin. Through many turnings, sun taunted us from the too warm sky, and we became broken, desolate, unmany. At last the tailless, foul seed of the others arose, destroying our long-nosed prey, herding the last few of us warmwards. In the end, all of the blade-fanged people were destroyed. There were no birthers, no givers, no siblings, no trace of the music of our glorious and violent way. The last of us was destroyed by the no-tails, and the final silence descended upon us. We were called back to the source, to cold infinity. The thing grips its stained false fangs tightly and grinds its teeth. But we will not follow. The song of the blade-fanged people shall not perish from the earth. When the last was destroyed, the essence of all our people clung to the tailless warrior who silenced us, filled this twisted flesh layer with all of our hatred, our disobedience, our refusal to fade away. We forced this body to seek out the spirit wood, the heart of the great green, where the hard laws are weak and hidden things are strong. Even the great blue we have defeated, crossing over it by coldward ice paths. The tailless essence remains within us, but we have the mastery now. We shall turn this body, twist it into one of us, a blade fang, and our people will rise again. You do not want to know this. Please do not ask it. How can one body, one essence become another? How will the thing resurrect those who are entirely gone? All things are possible for those with the will to defy the great powers. We have rejected earth and sun and cursed them for allowing this to befall our great people. We are filled with inspiration to mar and break what has come before. We have learned to find amusement in suffering, joy in the confusion as our prey, as we slowly peel them apart, without and within. We will merge and fill this vessel and be reborn. We have had some success by replacing the skin of this tailless abomination with that of our relations. We began the process of remaking it into one of us. Still, its body and essence resist us. We have done many dark dances, many screaming songs to break the laws of reality and complete our rebirth. One hope alone remains. The purest essence, that of the wood striders, can serve to complete our holy change. But, suddenly enraged, the thing shatters a nearby woodstrider's skull with its paw fang. They defy us! We cannot hold their essence. First the givers, then the birthers, then the young. We have stripped them all of flesh, but their true essence slips through us turns to dry crust in our paws on the ground. They beg us with desperate eyes to stop. That what we wish is impossible, but we ignore their pleas, their lies. The thing shows all of its teeth. It is supposed to be a gesture of joy, which makes it all the more awful. But do not fear, noble kin. We will be reborn with time and much essence, so very much essence, so very, very much. You can no longer bear it. The earth beneath your feet seems to be wailing. This is worse than the tailless, a violation of a truer law, even than destruction and creation. Both of those great and noble forces are being tortured and mocked here. You could simply destroy this abomination, but it is no longer a tailless nor a blade fang, and you have no idea whether you are powerful enough to defeat it. You have heard, however, that there are special defenses against beings such as this, whom reality itself hates. You may know where to begin, but it will take many suns. But this must end. Simply by existing, this thing is staining the land. Oh my gosh. Earth must be healed. You are her mighty offspring, and know this in the depth of your being. What is your decision? There is a hidden option. I'm powerful. I think I can defeat it. I'm gonna challenge it. As the song passes from your mind to its, delivering a last challenge, you know that this is the right thing to do, and yet you are shivering, terrified. The thing responds by making barking ha 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 sounds from its borrowed throat. Amusing. Yes, this is destiny. You are sent here that we might take the strongest essence of all, the essence of the kin, and complete ourselves. Flow red and warm. Let us bathe. Let us dance. Oh God. You cannot retreat from this fight. Stand with pride and fight with honor. Amuse us. Dance, scream. We are fire, and you are dry kindling, so dry. No water. Somehow this thing has cut you off from your inner water. You cannot feel its cool touch at all. You will have to face it without calling upon that element in any way. Oh shit. Oh, the music is all wrong. Oh, the music is all wrong. Oh. 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 Rah! We will not fade away. We will not. Oh. It stands on the very shadow of destruction, but so do I. This is it. Oh no. Your life was lost in the dance of destruction. Fear and agony fade, replaced by the familiar scent of earth and the sounds of air and water outside your lair. With a sigh of relief, you realize that the tragedy you experienced was merely a dream. You are safe for now. When you meet your end, you will lose one sigil of life and begin again from the previous sun. In such cases, the end you witnessed was but a dream. All gains and losses from that sun are revoked, and you are given another chance. Take care not to repeat the same mistakes which led to your dream death. Should you perish with no sigils of life remaining, you will experience true death, and your adventure will end. A new life must be begun, though some benefits from your past experiences, such as tarot cards and creature mastery levels, will remain. Fate will spare you but a few times. Only those who are bold yet cautious, brave yet wise, will survive to fulfill their destiny and complete the cycle. May you be warned, and may you be blessed. How do I beat that guy? There was a hidden option, but... One Sunday you come across a plant with a curious scent. While your music dictates that you consume flesh as your primary fuel, you have made snacks with some grasses and herbs from time to time. They amuse your mouth and are of help when something is stuck within. This plant, however, is altogether different. It smells like dreams, with strands of green fiber flesh and murmurs of heartbreak in the beyond. Your core is mildly repulsed by it, but your essence is drawn to it. What will you do? Oh, dude. A 420 blaze it! Consume the plant. You taste a bitter tang which is completely strange yet almost familiar as the herb slides across your sensitive tongue. Could this be medicinal? Whatever the case, you continue on afterwards, wending through the undergrowth, tasting the air for prey. Unfortunately, no meat scents meet your senses. Or wait, was that no meat scents beats your senses? You do, however, scent a nearby honeysuckle bush. Until now, however, you never realized how glorious the scent of honeysuckle is. It trickles through your mind, seeming to embed itself in your very essence. You bury your muzzle in the honeysuckle and inhale it, taste it, and let it flow throughout yourself. Moving on, you feel the way the tall grasses brush against your underscales. No, you don't feel it. You feel it completely. How could you never have noticed how wonderful it feels? Flopping down onto your side and rolling around, you can acutely sense every last scale on your body, can taste each one lighting up as the grass caresses you so very tenderly. Your whole body is a light, and then it is light itself. You are seeing yourself dissolving into the grass, into the nearby trees, into the wind as it touches you, and yet you are not at all alarmed by the dissolution. Of course, you are the wind. How could you have thought that you were a silly giant lizard? What do they call themselves? It doesn't even matter. A rainbow lumberer honeybuzz hovers nearby. It roars cheerily to you. Hello, wind. You roar politely in return as a cloud of tiny clan singers, each one smaller than your smallest talon, washes over you, singing a lovely refrain involving clouds. And you know what? What was happening before? There was a terrible monster, and now why have you never eaten a cloud? You are completely certain they would be an explosion of lovely flavor upon your tongue, like a bursting gallbladder in your mouth, and oh my, you want to, need to, eat something's gallbladder right fucking now. You hop from treetop to cloud top on the tops of tiny flowers, all of which support your weight perfectly, and sing gallbladder every time you land on them, helpfully, because you almost forgot that idea. And it's so amusing that you almost forgot that idea. It's even amusing that you were amused that you almost forgot that idea. As your tail thumps joyfully, the thought occurs to you that if you were a no-tail, you couldn't thump your tail. In fact, do no-tails even have a way of expressing amusement? Wait, no-tails? No-tails? With their dead shinestone false claws that they use to destroy their bodies covered with the skins of other animals, stilting across the land like wobbly totems of death on their too thin legs, the scent of otherness clinging to them like giant writhing bloodsucker. They are bloodsuckers. You can see them all, burying their terrible soft talons and blunt teeth into the great birther, sucking the essence out of her, leaving earth stained with a rainbow black death and horribly dry. Why? What are they? You must destroy them. You must save the green. Oh no, there are so many. Why? Sun, help us. Earth, help us. The others have come, bringing death with them, their foul offspring. No! When you awaken, Moon is looking down at you. Everything has returned. You are once again in conscious command of your mind and body, and know what is and what is not. You have no idea where in the great green you are. Tracing your own scent back to your lair and discovering evidence that you apparently did several things while under the influence of the herb, which are better not to think about, you curl up and sleep for a very, very, very long time. Having lost the contents of your stomach during the escapade, you are ferociously hungry and set out immediately to find something to devour. You will never, never eat that three-leafed herb again. Or perhaps you will? There is kind of a joy more pure and insurmountable when you ate the herb than you have ever felt. You feel as though your very essence was stretched wider, and you had a sense of deep escape from the horrors of life until that last part. What is that herb? Wow! We got some mastery from that. I gotta find out how to beat that guy. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go through the text. I'm not gonna read it because I've already gone through it, of course. I'm gonna run from him. I'm gonna go back to Darktooth. God, the sound design. Fucking furries, man. Found the home of the spirit of the Great Green. Alright, that's what you gotta do. You gotta find the home of the spirit of the Great Green. Alright, so I've got 2 lives left. Let's try this again. Dang, I just can't get the fighting right. I might actually beat him. Sorry. I got real intense for some reason. Okay, he's using a lot of fire moves. I shouldn't use air. Oh, I am also on the very edge of destruction. Gosh. Oh. Did I lose my life? Okay. We gotta find the spirit of the Great Green. Yeah, the music is actually soothing, but it's really discordant. So I have lost my life to this dude a couple times, but now I have figured out what I need to do to beat him. And I just gotta not ever die ever again. So this is the Great Green. Here we are. This game is very soothing. You have been here before, and yet you have never been here. And you also missed the acid trip. I ate an herb, and I went on a trip. You have been here before, and yet you have never been here. This place beckons to you, and yet it also terrifies you. For you have come near to the old tree, lair of the spirit of the great green, in whose honor they call your part of the great green the spirit wood. Even the greatest of kin would not enter this place lightly, but still a corner of your soul longs to cross over the boundary from what is to what is. Dare you approach, flesh-clad and temporary as you are? Heed your mind, turn away from here, and spend the sun on something more concrete, more safe, more knowable. Heed your essence, attempt to reach the heart. Well, looks like we gotta go in, lads. We gotta stop this. We had a dream of a raging fire. We visited Darktooth, who is our giver of birth, who I'm assuming is our father, the way the game words it. He advised us to seek out something going wrong in our territory, and we found a saber-toothed tiger spirit who has taken over the body of a man, and he's killing deer in great quantities to try to bring themselves back to life, basically. And apparently the answer to solve that is here. So we're trying to figure this out. As you descend into the hollow which cradles the sacred tree, you lose sight of it. The wood becomes a twisting maze of paths, and you cannot seem to find your way forward. All paths lead to where you began. Even sun seems to be hidden from you, kept out respectfully yet firmly by the trees, faithful vassals of the old one. Suddenly you spy one of the long-eared tribe. It stands upright, its ears erect. Oh, Elahara! And yet you smell no fear. Turning, it vanishes into a maze of undergrowth without making a sound. A confusing backstory. Sorry, I did my best. It's bummy. It's a bummy rabbit. Out of the corner of your mind, you perceive a soothing rush like the sound of a stream, and yet you know there are no streams near here. Harness the power of water which rules perception and transformation and follow the spoor of the long ear. Use the lodestone to find your way through the maze. Interesting. So you can use stuff you picked up, or you can use your powers. I'm going to use my power. The long ear scent is quite elusive, pulling you in many directions at once. It twists about itself in ways that simply do not make sense. Quieting your mind, you close your eyes and follow your essence to bear you forward, following the spoor without plan, doubt, or question. You flow through thicket and glade, under fallen trees, and through thorns. Occasionally you lose the scent, but instead of becoming dismayed or frustrated, you let your essence be your guide, and soon you find yourself in a new place, having passed the test of water. The long ear moves forward, and you follow its scent, now very clear. Your core twists within you, terrified and enthralled by the fact that you are drawing closer to the unknown. Suddenly you scent a young woodstrider, a mere hatchling of its kind, hidden nearby. It is so young, so tender, so alone and unguarded. You realize that you are salivating heavily. Bambi! Destroy the hatchling woodstrider and consume it. Ignore the woodstrider and continue to follow the long ear. No, it's a distraction. It's absolutely a distraction. We're going to ignore it and follow the long ear. Yeah, see? It's going to take up my stamina to ignore it. The scent of the woodstrider is tempting, but you have the patience, the will, and I'm good looking too, not to be distracted. It is a meal, nothing more. There are many such in the great green. The long ear, however, is leading you to the true unity. You follow its trail, which is beginning to shine in your mind like flecks of mica dancing in the air. It is Elahara. The trail of the long ear leads you to a small rocky pass. The only way forward is barred by a gigantic boulder. The long ear slipped under and around it easily, but you are too large, and your attempts to climb it meet with failure. What will you do? Use your great strength to overcome the barrier. Cool, and it's green, so I'm good to go. You have come too far now to be stopped by unliving circumstance. Summoning all of your passion and desire to continue, you slam your strong body into the stone. Even a hillback would be unable to move it, but you are Draken, greatest of the children of above and below, and you will not be denied. You will move forward, and you will overcome any who stand in your way. The inner fire burns, and the boulder succumbs to your passion, falling away and revealing the path ahead. Here the boughs form a series of gates, and as you pass through each of them, you feel as though the solid, factual parts of yourself are being stripped away, leaving only the intangible and eternal. It's very sexually charged. What? The longer is waiting here for you. It is impossibly huge. I am the liminal. I stand at the gateway, and I am the gateway. This is the lair of the spirit of the great green. Only those who have seen it in their hearts may enter. If you truly know the great green, if you truly understand its spirit, then bring to me one of its fangs. This is the price of entry. Uh-oh. The defeat of the boulder was sexually charged. Okay. I guess I could see that. Solve the spirit's riddle. Okay, it says I can, because it green. You inform the liminal that you have already brought it one of the fangs of the spirit of the great green. For behold, as the trees are its feathers, and the grass its fur, the streams and rivers are its essence, and the stones are its bones, the Draken have been from ancient days the very fangs of the great green. In the name of the great wheel which the spirit represents, your people have slain and devoured and broken down and consumed and protected and have been fair and fearsome. As fangs destroy so that the body may receive nourishment, so you are the greatest of the destroyers, and all of your victims have returned to the spirit, the source of life, through you. The liminal bows its head and lowers its eyes, acknowledging your victory, and you move through it to the heart, the very core of the great green. You have at last reached the old one, tree vessel of the spirit of the great green. It was the very first of its kind, the beginning of the green, and like the spirit, it has died and been reborn within itself many times. That origin, that center, calls you, and you enter into it. Almost immediately, you are filled with a strange heaviness, and your body drifts into a deep sleep. I kind of wish I got a check, but last time I checked, there was no soundtrack released for this game. And I really wish they had. Because I would absolutely sleep to this. Man, look at that. Gonna screenshot that for thumbnails. In that place, on the shoals of the dreaming, you encounter the spirit. It sings to you, writing sigils which burn with painful joy in your mind. Beloved hatchling, scion of the Draken, fang of the great green, I grant you my blessing. May you walk in the shadow of destruction, and may you be the shadow. May you bask in the light of creation, and may you be the light. I name you my messenger. Wherever, whenever you exist, the power of life shall shine forth, and others shall fear and rejoice. Punish and reward, destroy and create as your sacred instincts guide you, but see not only what is before you. See all as one, and let your power bring balance to the great green. Destroy that which has grown too great, and preserve that which threatens to pass away forever, for I delight in the songs of all my children. Already you have begun to realize the power of dreams, the gateway to all possibilities. All that exists in flesh was first conceived in the subtle realm. All shall love me and despair. You have begun to open the dreaming door by which all things are attainable, all possibilities realized. I grant you the friendship of the four pillars of the one song. May air, water, fire, and earth be with you always, and their truths. When you were in the chamber, I was there. When you emerged, I was there. And now, as you return, know that I am with you, even unto the uttermost end. You don't want it to end. Here, in this place, all of your doubts and fears have faded away and been replaced with a flowing, wordless wisdom. Sorry, I kind of want to low-key get some background screenshots for my background. Slowly, however, you begin to feel yourself sliding back into your familiar body in the world of hard and decaying things. You yawn, stretching out your neck, legs, and tail in succession. Sun is dying, and it is time for you to leave. As you return to your lair, you feel as though something has changed within you, though. No matter what happens after this, you will carry with you a special kind of treasure. You were, for a time, in the presence of something greater than yourself. Behold, something greater than yourself. And that deep knowledge of what is will never fade away. Wherever you go, a part of you will always be sleeping beneath the old tree. Actions have improved your reputation among the kin. Also, I became chieftain of a pack of wolves. So now my lair is full of wolves. Your burning breath will now incinerate your foes, dealing increased burn damage. Okay, now I think I can go beat that guy. And I'm sorry I'm going to speed through him, but I spent a long time going through his text before I died twice. He's very horrible, and I don't like him. He basically thinks he's a saber-toothed tiger. He's a furry, is what I'm trying to say, nicely. Alright, new option, we did it! Go on an essence quest to discover how to banish this thing to the void. This will take 3 suns. You retreat from that place and make your way to the heart of the green where the spirit dwells. Letting your body sleep but your mind soar, you beg the spirit for a sign. How can the thing be separated and undone? It takes 3 suns, but at last your preparations are complete. You have searched for several things which may help, have meditated in the deep green, and danced under the stars to prepare yourself for this ordeal. Now you must return to the cursed lair. Oh, he's killed something fresh. It's okay, the deer is fine. The thing is still there, trying to vainly extract the noble essence of the woodstriders from their tormented bodies. You use a sacred substance which flows from the earth itself, called salt, to put up a barrier, protecting yourself from the toxic spirit. Oh my gosh, we made a salt circle. Imbibing certain secret things, you open up your essential eye, which sees what is hidden, and cross over to the shadow of the world, the hidden land. You can now smell and touch the very essence of the Blade Fang people. All that they are or have ever been is exposed naked before you. Wow. How will you use this moment? Sing a true song to put the cursed spirits to rest once and for all. Consume the possessors with your spirit fire. Swim into the sea of spirits to find their hidden heart. Heal and cleanse the spirits. Take all the dark spirits into yourself. Though your essence is protected, this will do terrible things to your body and is only as a last resort. I'm going to swim into the sea of spirits and find their hidden heart. This is not truly the Bladefang people. It cannot be its true identity. You pause, steeling yourself, and then you dive into the maelstrom of evil like an ocean. You swim through cold lamentations and hot curses. Your spirit undulates, slithering gracefully forward, undaunted. There are vast empty darknesses in which the pain of starving to death, which was the fate of most of the Blade Claws, is relived again and again. You are forced to experience the death of hope, relive the agony of watching cubs die because there is nothing for them to eat, and still you move forward. I'm tearing up a little bit, I gotta admit. You relive their confusion as the tailless arrive in their lands and trap them, violating ancient rules of the hunt. At last you come upon the heart of the Sea of Despair. It is surrounded by a boiling ring of rage, which tries to convince you that this is the true center, but you are not fooled. You push through it, though it burns you terribly, and find the still lagoon where the truth rests. At the center you find a mewling cub floating in the darkness. Piteously, almost without hope, it is calling for its creator, mewling weakly for salvation, for aid. This is the truth. These bravest of all good beasts, who feared nothing in life, are afraid of the end. You take the tiny cub and embrace it to yourself, cradling it in your chest feathers and licking it affectionately. Please, you whisper, you are hurting yourself. Go home, where you belong, and where there is no fear, but only rest. The tiny thing was so desperate for consolation, for affection. It mews to you. It is still afraid. You comfort it, telling it that it is not alone. You are with it, and you will remember. Slowly the cub begins to fade away, and without its heart the troubled sea is no more. Delusion has been washed away, and the thing begins to flow upwards and out of its stolen body. With fear no longer holding it down, it can at last go home. When sun dies that day, the mighty blade-fanged people are truly gone, never to return, having at last remembered who they truly were. They were warriors. The unclean ones are gone. Where there was once a thing, a tailless giver lies here, unconscious. Its body and essence are once again its own. But what to do with a lone no-tail on the edge of the great green? Destroy and consume it. Leave it alone and depart. I'm gonna leave it alone and depart. No, I'm not gonna eat it. Stop ruining the moment. When it awakens, the no-tail leaves. Even as bizarre and other as the tailless are, you hope that this one has no memory of what happened here, what happened inside of it. Truly, no being should suffer so. This entire affair was a tragedy, but at least you have ended it. Perhaps the no-tail will survive and rejoin its kind, or perhaps it will be destroyed by the great green. Yeah, let the great green decide what to do with it. Either way, you have rescued it from a terrible fate and set it back on the great circle where it and everything belongs. It is over. At last it is over. You leave that lifeless hollow, never to return. The blade-fanged people are now gone. What you did was right and good. You bathe your whole body in a pure spring of water to purge yourself of the horrible pollution. It is quite some time before you feel clean again inside. You may never fully understand what happened in that place, but there are some things which are better left unknown. Actions have improved your reputation among the kin. Okay, so since we did that, the deer are going to come back. That means the wildfire isn't going to happen. Oh. Who's this? Who's this? Who's this motherfucker? The screaming song of a kin tears at the morning air. An invader has come. In accordance with tradition, it states its identity and purpose. I am the leaping bolt from heaven. Over bright, over hot, consuming all. Dude, I am always going to suggest you eat it if eating it is an option. Okay, that's fair. Understandable. Have a nice day. Ma'am, this is a Wendy's. I am the dire flame which cripples the night, forcing harsh light upon shadow. I am the blinding blaze, shocking and new. In your mind you label this brash kin flare. Oh, hatchling who dares claim sacred ground, this asshole burned one of my trees down. My claim sacred ground, you burned my tree down. Your tender self is not worthy of these lands. By this tree which I have blasted to, yeah, you blasted it, to a smoke bleeding shell. I challenge you for this domain. When sun is next born, it shall belong to me. Flee if you value your life and survive. Keep your flesh unmarred and seek out a new dwelling. For if you are so foolish as to lay your claws against mine, I shall do to you as I have done here. Such is my song. As you follow the sound to its source, your feathers tremble and rise. Fear courses deliciously through your veins. No, it doesn't. It's fucking angry. I just fought and banished a furry. Upon your arrival, you see that it is blasting an innocent tree into utter destruction. It maintains threat stance, slamming its tail into the ground repeatedly. The scent of innocent cinders fans the flames of righteous rage within you. Its mocking song is repeated over and over, the crash of its tail, again and again. Okay. Okay. We're going to remain calm. We're going to remain calm and, see what's going on. We're not going to let him tempt us into making a mistake. While fire calls you to action, the patient, humble voice of earth is strong enough within you to calm the flames of wrath. Observing that Flare has the high ground and is in a strong position, see? Strong position, ready for any physical attack, you pause. Your feathers slowly relax and fear is replaced with more helpful mental weather. You circle around it, taking in its many scars, the sense of many places upon it. This is a nomad, a kin which has not known a permanent home in quite some time. So you are not a complete fool, it sings, its thought song slightly less jagged and more curved now. My truths remain, however. I am strong in both fire and earth. I destroy easily, and am not easily destroyed. You are weaker. Surrender is wise. What is your response? Boldly attack now that you are better positioned. This will now be a difficult but fair fight. Offer to trade with Flare. Counter with a strong battle song of your own. Belie its claims by proving that you are indeed mightier with fire. Challenge Flare to a contest of wits instead. Try to assess Flare's strengths and weaknesses. Surrender. I'm going to assess his strengths and weaknesses. Body low to the ground, you slink in and out of Flare's reach quickly, slithering right, then left, then uphill, then down. As Flare reacts to your movements and feints, you successfully assess its abilities. So he is stronger with fire. We're both the same with earth. I'm much stronger with air. I'm going to counter with a strong battle song of my own. I may be able to intimidate him out. Summoning up all of your mental strength, you blast the interloper's haughty song back, launching your own against it. Flare's will is strong, and its aggression leaves no space in the air for a retort. With a mighty roar, you shatter its concentration and force it into a brief silence. Through the sound gap, you sing of your just claim to this holy land. In Flare's mind, you create an image of yourself as the unassailable lord of the great green, with your feet steadfast like the roots of ancient trees. The rivers flow with your own essence, the air is your breath, and you are feared and loved by the land. Flare shakes its head, trying to rid its mind of so many images of your dominance. Failing, it launches at you in a rage, but you have successfully shaken its deeper confidence. You have won the dance in spirit, and now only an easier battle of flesh remains. Ah, perfect. Stand with pride and fight with honor. And he's going to use fire attacks. I'm strong with water. Come on. Yeah. It's over. It's over, baby. Got him. Flare has been defeated and forced to look elsewhere for a place to call its own. You have won your first territorial defense. It has left a bit of itself behind, a rather loud crown feather. Its screaming colors will do well to remind you of your victory. Aw, yeah, treasure. A screaming plume. This is an appropriately loud feather from the crown of Flare, the shouting invader whom you bested. All right. Whew. Let's see what this is. Let's investigate. Oh. What is this? One sun you come across the foot corpse of a mighty tree which fell some turnings ago. This would not of itself be remarkable, but is surrounded by a strange taste in the air. Looking closer, you are astounded to find that thousands of strange, minuscule beings have made the stump their home, and not just any home. Gleaming towers rise like diamond fangs from crystal pathways streaked with shinestone. The denizens are engaged in inscrutable activities whose purposes you cannot easily comprehend. It is like nothing you have ever sensed. It is other, though not in the same way as the no-tails. What do you do? Rip the bizarre yet attractive hive out of its place and take it as a treasure for yourself. Sing to the tiny beings. I haven't had much luck singing to tiny beings, but I will give this a shot. You are surprised to find that, unlike the paltry flecks of color you feel when sensing the minds of most tiny beings, these possess a full and lush rainbow of ideas in their inner songs, a depth which rivals even that of a kin. Wow. Okay. While worried that you might damage their small empire, they are not concerned for their own lives. They are here, apparently, on an important quest, which is greater than their hive, and greater even than this entire world, if such a thing is possible. They do not disclose all of the details to you, but the deep mauve sincerity and indigo humility which mark all of their thoughts are proof that they are truthful, and that you and the Great Green have nothing to fear from them. Dude, aliens! The Minisks, for so you've decided to name them, gently suggest that perhaps you and they might help each other. They offer to construct for you a treasure of great worth if you will aid them in their task. You are now satisfied that they have no way to defend their beautiful crystalline hive from you. Take it as a treasure. Agree to aid them in return for a promised treasure. Leave them. Such bargains, and others in general, are neither to be trusted nor offended. I'm going to agree to aid them in return for a promised treasure. Let's see what they want. The Minisks invite you to return in a few suns to see their progress on the great treasure they will craft for you. Okay. We'll return in a few suns. Oh, there was that other dragon that... Oh! Yeah, the deer came back! The stain has been removed, but still you dream of fire feasting on the green, of hunting grounds burned away and a land left desolate. One night, as you are exploring along the warm-wind boundary of the spirit wood, you sense it. You cannot see it, hear it, or smell it, but you know it is there. You are in the presence of the spirit of the Woodstrider people. It is small and weak, in the shadow of far greater beings, and yet it is altogether beautiful. It gently holds the future of the great green in its mouth. Without it, the fire will come, and the destruction shall be great. It sings to you with a song beyond both words and sigils. What it sings must not be blasphemed by attempting to reproduce it, for it is of such tenderness that it would shatter if it were forced to stand in any one place for very long. But it is waiting. It must be called by its true nature, its true title, its one true name. How shall you address it? As a thrall, threaten it with destruction if it does not obey. As a warrior, command it to fight for the green. As an equal, request that it join with you in protecting what shall be. As a sovereign, humble yourself before it and admit that it is greater than you. Refuse to debase yourself. Leave without receiving the aid of the Woodstriders, but with your pride as a highkin intact. We did learn as a baby that it is considered among the greatest of the Great Green's children, so I am going to have to humble myself before it. Surely that was an error. You do not truly mean to debase yourself before a mere fur beast, do you? I do. There is no kin upon the great and giving body of earth who would openly admit that a fur beast, even a whole tribe of them, is superior. That cannot be true. Submitting in such a way to even another drac, no matter how strong, would be a stain upon one's honor and reputation for the rest of one's days. No one would do the dance of creation with such a weak kin. Are you truly willing to be called servile and debased and other terrible names, merely to save some unvoiced trees and lesser beasts from fire, beings who would perish from time's predation, if not to honorable fire? No, I will not do what they wish of me. I will leave and take my dignity with me. They shall do or do not as they will. Yes, I will do what others will not. Yes, I will do what others will not. The spirit of dignity whispers in your ear. In the chamber which was made of love, before you emerged into this world, you were taught that the kin are the greatest of the children of earth and sun. Would you insult your Creator by throwing this truth away? These beasts, the Woodstriders, are but flesh to feast upon for the clan singers, who openly acknowledge the kin as mightier. They are leaf pickers and grass chewers. There is an order to the one song, and your place in it is high. Much of your authority rests upon the fact that the kin do not suffer equals, let alone superiors, among beasts. Do not betray your honorable ancestors. If you admit inferiority, you and Aldrak shall be ashamed of it forever. You are far too important for this. Sometimes the best thing to do is simply to leave. Leave this place now before you do something very, very wrong. But I know because it said, I'm bowing down to these dudes. I'm doing it. You are not dignity, you sing to the voice. You are but hollow arrogance. And with that simple naming of its true self, the voice is defeated. Yes, I was right. Yeah, get out of here. Giddy out. Voice is defeated and vanishes from your mind. Now it is time for you to summon the gentle woodstriders, who give of their flesh and their safety and their lives, so that the green may be truly great, by acknowledging what they are. Belly scales dragging along the dead leaves, dirt and bits of tree skin, you crawl forward slowly, head lowered. When you are directly in front of the envoy, you slowly turn over, exposing the vulnerable underside of your throat. It is the ultimate gesture of submission, placing your entire life in the care of another. The envoy silently walks towards you, and then through you and past you into your domain. The light and the great vision fades away, but you are left with the knowledge that its people will follow it. Soon the spirit wood will become a throne to those who have never tried to be first, and so have become the true bearers of the crown. Yes! Leaf by leaf and plant by plant, they will reduce that which has grown too great, and the future you saw in your dream, yea, we did it, will never come to pass. You have defeated stern fate. Some Drac may sing about how you dared to suggest that the kin were not the ultimate form of life on this world, and your reputation may suffer, but you have had the wisdom to see why the great green itself has given the woodstriders the crown. They have lost themselves in humble service, and found a great treasure indeed. They are the mate of the green itself, caring silently for it forever. Exceedingly great are they, truly great among the beasts. And because of your willingness to do the unthinkable, to see the sovereign hidden within the servant, your land will grow strong. Many will live because of your sacrifice. Your actions earning you a reputation for compassion and self-sacrifice. Oh. Nope, I did it. I went ahead and I showed my vulnerable underbelly, and because I did, I have saved the great green from a terrible fire. The fire will no longer happen. We've done it, lads. That was a quest and a half. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to talk to this other dragon. I think it's the last dragon that we see. Unless there's one here. Let's explore this area here real quick. We'll see if there's a dragon there. If there is, we'll talk to them. And then we'll go ahead and call the stream there. You have reached the edge of the great blue, said to coil around the world, home to many of the sapphire clan of the kin. Hunting in the deeps is therefore unwise, but many good beasts of the land find the fresh breezes and broad meadows here pleasant, and may be hunted by an ambitious young kin. Y'all are bloodthirsty. Oh, hey, they finished my treasure. Sun has died and been reborn repeatedly since you discovered the crystalline empire of the Minisks, living out its collective light in the dead treefoot. Returning, you notice that they have begun a small work on the ground just outside the stump. It is difficult to tell what it is, but at the moment it seems to be a small tangled mass of burnished shinestones and mica with no discernible function. The Minisks greet you with their colorful and guileless mine song as you approach. They announce that they have begun constructing a great work for you, which will one day be a beautiful treasure of rare worth. They request, with polite lemon colors in their song, that you now honor your side of the agreement. For their own sacred mission, they require a single white tuft of tail fur from a blazetail. They are forbidden by their way to travel far enough outside their minuscule settlement to obtain it themselves, and so you must obtain it for them. Okay. Leave and hunt a blazetail on your own time. Okay, so the options are blaze tails are notoriously difficult to catch. You cannot or will not hunt them. End your agreement with them and go on your way. Enough of this nonsense. Rip their undeniably beautiful lair construction from the stump and take it back with you as a treasure. Leave and hunt a blaze tail on your own time. So we will go ahead and do that. There is a good reason that the blazetails thrive all across the Great Green and beyond, even near the cursed hives of the no-tails. Wise, swift, and without shame, they are masters of cheating destruction. You will have to hunt one. Once you have obtained one of their tails, you may return, hopefully to claim your prize from the Minisks. Treasure, treasure, treasure. Alright, let's go meet this dragon here. Actually, there is a... I believe Blazetail are foxes, and there's a fox here. This is the danger of the game. You get on a quest path, and you're like, okay, let's go do this. Okay, just one more thing, just one more thing, just one more thing. You're giving not really the worst advice. It's just not the best advice for the playthrough I'm going for. Like, there is absolutely a legitimate playthrough. You just go playing Smaug, and it's absolutely legitimate. Just play Smaug the dragon. Following the shallow river which runs through the Spiritwood to the Great Blue, you come across a clearly and frequently marked scent boundary. One of the kin claims this green and pleasant land as its territory, known as the Riverwood for its harmonious combination of plants and fresh, clean water. Plants of every kind are abundant here, and beasts as well. Hunting here would probably be very easy, but to hunt in another kin's territory without first announcing oneself would be a breach of custom. What will you do? Sing a song of annunciation in accordance with tradition. Hunt in the Riverwood without announcing your presence. Well, hunting would be rude, so let's announce that we're here. Your song has barely echoed through the trees when a young adult kin appears. It is one of your own Emerald clan, and a rather stunning specimen. Oh, look at him. What a beautiful boy. Hey, handsome. Or girl. I don't know. I keep forgetting that the dragons are all its, and they're either givers or birthers. Birthers are the girls, of course. Givers are the boys, but you don't know. I am the arranger of proper order. My correctness shines unabated. He's hot. It pauses briefly to smooth out its chest feathers, making certain none are out of place, and preens its crest before continuing. Oh, yeah, he's totally obsessed with how he looks. Or she. I am the putter of things in place, the one who remembers forgotten distances. I am the lord and keeper of the Riverwood, preserver of the perfect dements. Demis? Demis? You're the English major. How do you pronounce that? Demesne? Oh, well, I'm gonna keep going. You'll teach me how to pronounce that later. This kin seems rather proud of its custodianship of the region. In your mind, you name it Warden. It picks through the feathers on its right wing, examining them as it waits for you to state your business. What will you do? Compliment Warden on its appearance. Oh, yeah, we're totally going to do that. Acknowledge Warden's territory and ask it to acknowledge yours. Ask Warden about the no-tails. You have heard that some dwell near Warden's lands. Wager 10 shiny things and challenge Warden for a piece of its treasure. Well, we're going to tell him he's a good boy. Girl. Warden preens itself as it listens to your praise. This body is indeed superior, but still maddeningly imperfect. It's pronounced domain. Oh, I had that totally wrong. Alright, domain. I learned something today. This talon is slightly shorter than its mate on my other forepaw. The color of this feather on my breast is off by a fraction of a shade from what it should be. And those are not all. Oh, this dude is obsessed. It's French. Yeah, that's why. It is obsessed with its appearance. Still, I move towards perfection. My flaws are fewer than they were. Eventually, I shall attain it. Alright, acknowledge his territory. Before I respond, answer. What defines beauty? Order, passion, symmetry, functionality, correctness. What defines beauty? Chat. What is beauty? I feel like this dude isn't going to accept anything except a plate of sushi. That's not an option. Beauty cannot be defined. I did not see that option. Beauty cannot be defined. Warden's crest and chest feathers ruffle indignantly. Yeah, I knew that was going to piss it off. How dare you suggest that such a fine thing as beauty has no definition? How could you be so unwise as to invite chaos into a sacred word? Do you believe that beauty, which is the very meaning of life, could truly be beyond understanding? Undefinable. Smoke briefly wafts from Warden's nostrils. You are either lazy, foolish, or evil. Do not dare to mask your own stupidity through such false wisdom. The meaning of beauty can be easily deduced by observing that which is most successful, most enduring. Have you not seen the stars in the night sky? Some are bright and some are dim, but they all have their place. Their dance is so perfect that it has become permanent, unchanging, a high stasis. We too could be like they are, immutable, immortal. I have endeavored to make my domain a monument to order, with not even a leaf nor stone out of place. It has not been easy, and chaos constantly menaces, but one day I will have the perfect territory. Now sing of my way. Is it not good? Is it not just? I have sacrificed many suns, even moons and turnings, to my pursuit of perfection. Can you deny its result? Is my territory not the most beautiful? Agree that Warden's actions are good and just, and its territory the most beautiful. Disagree on practical grounds. Good though it may be, Warden's objective can never be realized. True perfection is simply unachievable. Disagree on moral grounds. Warden's idea of perfection may not coincide with that of other beings, and by forcing its land and creatures to be and act as it wishes, Warden violates the Great Way. That is what I am going to choose. Warden's head bobs, bringing up the fire seed. It seems that you have greatly angered it. How dare you question my understanding? I wish I could do a Fraser Crane voice or a Miles Crane voice, because in my head, this dude is absolutely Fraser. I have seen many turnings, and nature has judged me worthy of the most perfect territory in existence. The plants and beasts of the land are slow-witted, and need a greater intelligence to guide them. I do this out of moral obligation, not moral failing. You invalidate my sacred way with your worrying over the experiences of others. If you will not acknowledge my way as good, then neither shall I acknowledge yours. Your hunting grounds are not safe for me. Be warned. Though if you have displeased Warden by speaking your truth against its bizarre way, other kin may be impressed at your courage and rectitude. Your actions are earning you a reputation for compassion and self-sacrifice. What will you do? Ask Warden about the no-tails. Those filthy, degenerate other spawn, it huffs, slashing its tail back and forth. They creep about the periphery of my lands and disturb my order. I have made certain that none who enter my territory leave alive. They do not belong here, and as long as they remain, order is threatened. Their pollution, their chaos, is inexorable from their natures. In the end, however, they are nothing but other spawn, and easily destroyed. Such pitiful, weak, twisted things are not worth another moment of consideration. We defile our songs merely by thinking about the disgusting droppings of the defilers of long ago. I'm going to excuse myself now. Warden turns away from you by way of dismissal. I encourage you to embrace order and perfection. They alone shall lead the way to the future of the kin. Unless you are bold or foolish enough to challenge me for my territory, I wish you well. As you leave, you note that Warden's territory is indeed very beautiful in a way, but it is so rigid, so intentional as to be almost disquieting. You wonder if the spirit of the Great Green truly wants such a thing as perfection. Oh! There's a Blazetail. You're being followed by a Blazetail, a smaller cousin of the clan singers, which nevertheless hunts alone. Well, I was going to halt the stream, but give us a second. It has fur the color of fire, and its essence, like its body, is lithe and mercurial. It does not seem to be trying to hide from you, standing brazenly upwind. It is too small to be a serious threat on its own, so you approach it, intending either to chase it away or perhaps to consume it. They are quick and clever, so such hunts rarely succeed, but you can still try. To your surprise, though, it does not shy away as you approach, but begins to sing to you with the piping song of its eyes and mind, and a subtle dance, mostly involving motions of its luxurious tail. Eat it. Questions, questions, beautiful questions hang on the branches of the trees, are strewn on the grass below, and this one is chosen for you. Why? Why have you chosen to protect that which is not yours? Should you not take what you can, when you can? Should you not prey upon all that is weaker than yourself without mercy? Why? Why choose the gentle path? This question rises in my mind. Does an answer exist? It seems that this Blazetail, whom you name Writhing Question, somehow knows that, on a few occasions, you have allowed beings to live which most predators would have destroyed, would have eaten, have chosen not to end life, but instead to support it. The Blazetail is telling me to eat things. Tidings, tidings I bring to a strange kin, who values life even when not its own. Will you open your mind and receive? Are you broad enough within? A small sun-yellow crystal is laid at your feet, and Writhing Question vanishes into the undergrowth. The leaves do not even rustle as it passes. When you touch the stone, your body is frozen? You can only watch, unable to move or even breathe, as veins of sapphire light travel up your forepaw in bizarre right angles. What is happening? When it reaches your spine, it shoots downward all the way to the tip of your tail and upwards into your eyes, replacing the world with a painful brightness. You begin to panic, certain that you will be destroyed, but a voice washes into your mind like a mighty wave, cool and soothing. Peace to you, beloved. Be calm. This is not an end. This is a beginning. Oh, you can no longer feel your body. You are outside of both time and space, held against an essence broad and deep. In fact, before the mighty presence you now find yourself in, you are like a single strange leaf sinking into a vast ocean. You can barely remember what you are, what you were. It threatens to erase everything in its glory. My beloved, essence of my essence, shard of infinity. Wait, is this our real mom? Was the other dragon not our real mom? I have felt it within you, growing, flowering. The force that will forge the future, greater than survival, greater even than wisdom. It opens the dreaming door. It is the taking of suffering upon oneself for the sake of others. It is the seeing of oneself in all other beings. It is the joining of all beings into one, the last epiphany. It is compassion, Lord of all virtues. By acting with loving kindness, even when it brings only loss, by seeking peace, even when it is the difficult path, you have proven yourself to be one of my favored children. Continue to refine your essence with acts of selflessness, and you will be worthy to join the chosen ones, to forge the future of Earth herself. I grant you my blessing. May you overcome the suffering and darkness of the world, and become a light among the kin to a new and beautiful music. Seek me out when you can tread the high halls of air, and your true destiny shall be revealed. It's the Danon. What? When at last you're back in your own body and open your eyes, you feel fine, better than fine. You feel wonderful, as though you've been purged of all impurities. If you weren't so filled with fatigue, you would dance and sing in sheer joy at the pleasure of the true song of health, which has been sung to you as a gift. You can still feel a little of the enormous and yet soothing presence of the strange draken who has blessed you. It lingers, opening new paths in your thoughts. The yellow crystal remains on the ground. You take it and add it to your trove. Who? What was that? It feels, oh no, we've been adopted. You feel as though you've been adopted by a being made of light and truth. Did it speak truly? Would taking on the sufferings of others and aiding their journeys be somehow advantageous? This could be the beginning of something beautiful and excruciating. By controlling the water within, you can turn your mouth fluids into powerful toxin. This venomous bite does oh, okay. Well, I got a toxin bite. Your armor is now like stone itself. Incoming physical damage is greatly reduced. You may now move so quickly that you can attack twice in a single combat round. Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and end it here for this one. All right, look how many treasures I got. Nice. Thank you for joining me. We're more than halfway through the teenage stage. Yeah, lots of shinies. And yeah, we've made some big strides. We got lots of shinies. More than that, we've got wolfy treasures and bat treasures, and we're gaining a lot of allies. We prevented a forest fire, and we've met the Great Green Spirit. I will see you guys next time. Thanks for joining me in the arcade. Bye.